Alright, hello everybody. Welcome to the second episode of the Beerdcast, where we don't really talk about anything, but we absolutely yell about everything. My name is Zimmer.
I'm Kevin.
Curry again.
Amy again.
John.
And we have a special guest today, filling in for Danny.
Hi.
What's your name?
That's it.
I'm Matt.
Alright,
That
so
sounds
Matt's
like a fake name.
So Matt's here.
Sketchy about that.
Matt.
Alright, does anyone have anything they want to bring up before we get started on today's topics?
Well, I have a bone to pick with Amy. You might say I have a few bones to pick with Amy. More like I have a museum full of fossilized bones to pick with Amy.
But see,
More like she has no fossils in her museum.
she would not know how many bones you have to pick with her because all of her bones have been sold.
Yep, Tom Nook.
Tom Nook.
Tom Nook selling those
Capitalist.
bones on the black market.
I was waiting.
Well, we have upstairs and a basement to pick with you guys because we use that money to buy those
See,
things.
Kevin, that's the thing. I figured you would do this. I mean, you're a boy with weak morals and a flexible spine. However, Amy should be the force of good in this conversation.
You want to know what happened, Curry?
What happened, John?
I invited Amy to move into my town.
Your beautiful
the,
town.
The metropolis of PB City.
Mm-hmm.
And when she came in, we helped each other.
There was a community.
A communal feeling of building up the museum, teaching the young.
People loved each other.
People loved each other.
Which
we held
I
hands.
did.
Which she did until the day she went into Tom Nook's shop, and that man told her, "It's a nice T-Rex skull you have there.
I could give you a few bells for that.
A few bells.
Just a
5,000.
couple of them. 5,000 bells.
Not worth it.
Uh-huh.
Never
See,
worth it.
I figure you would think 5,000 bells, well, I shall give back to the community instead. Because
Exactly.
I
I
love
did
my fellow
originally.
man.
If you need that, go shake
See,
some
that-
trees.
That makes
Shook
it
a
worse.
lot of trees. Well, then you guys got... No, this is bullshit. All right. This is bullshit because...
We're talking about Animal Crossing, by the way.
All right. So, originally, yes, I donated my fossils.
Kind of
Okay.
makes it worse.
And then John was kicking my rear end, and like he was getting his house paid off before me, and it was upsetting me.
Whilst,
So then,
whilst donating all of my good
So
stuff.
what you're
so
saying-
he was dedicating his entire fucking life to this game. I had other shit to do. All right. So then,
Animal Crossing.
okay. So then, I would shake trees and get stung by bees, and then get made fun of by all the local town folk.
Well, you look
because that's
goofy.
What happened.
Your eyes all
Yeah,
swollen
dude,
shut.
what happened to your eye?
Come on. Whoa, don't sneak up on me like that, monster.
Anyway, so
Maybe
I,
a plate flew into it.
my goal was to beat. My goal was to beat John.
See, this is the thing.
With a plate.
Is your jealousy turned you. The goodness in your heart was turned black. Was turned greedy.
That's a... No, continue. Just go
Who
on.
just entered an 80s movie? I lost my train of thought.
Great. The purpose here is that Amy at one point donated.
She once donated.
Just
Kevin
hanging out. What's up?
never did.
Kevin never once
Never.
cared.
The one time that Curry got on my game and donated, I just restarted the game.
Tell that
because
story.
because
You
I've
would
been saving.
rather
Fun.
face the wrath of Resetti
Yes.
than just
I'll text you in
give.
the morning.
And it was my first reset, so all he's gonna do is basically like, dude, like life's hard, don't reset. And I was like, no, I'm resetting because I'm saving all the severed skulls for like a grizzly trophy case. And Curry donated like 2 or 3 of my skulls.
I think it was one.
And then you reset the game.
Yeah, actually, I think it
took
was
them back.
one.
I think it
We
was
are,
one.
however, we are talking to the man who time travels. Like the worst crime you could commit in Animal Crossing.
New Year's
Whoa,
every day.
Whoa, you.
New
He
Year's
time
every
traveled.
day, 10,000 bells.
No, you don't.
Not in the one that we've played.
No, but you've done it.
Oh, yeah.
can't do that.
In the GameCube version.
You can't do that.
Can't do that.
I did. It was
Why
New Year's.
do you-
It was New Year's like 50. I didn't realize like it's easy to get 10,000 bells. I didn't need to spend like 2 minutes each time.
Wait.
You didn't need to spend that much money and rack your towns in weeds and depression
Yeah, there was a lot
and
of weeds.
pure death and
Everyone
hatred.
left. Everyone left.
How many weeds have you pulled in your Animal Crossing existence?
Like 7.
Dude.
What? You really
Maybe
just
8.
don't care.
Maybe
How
8.
is it in your large castle with all your assorted, expensive knickknacks? Do they make you feel good? Do they make you feel friendly? Do they make you feel like people care for you?
There's
Because
no
I
needs.
guarantee you, they don't.
No, your town, you're gonna get exiled from this town.
I think you're taking Animal Crossing too seriously.
I don't think you're taking it seriously enough.
I can't believe you just said that.
Yeah.
Come on.
I've never
I'm gonna
played
be
Animal
addicted to a
Crossing.
game, it's gonna be
I've
like-
only lived it.
World of Warcraft.
Only lived it.
Oh, so bad game.
Oh.
It's a great game.
Oh!
It's a bad game?
It's probably an okay game.
Alright.
I just don't like it very much.
Oh!
Wait,
very
how much
sure.
experience do you have with this game?
I sat in Goldshire
The
for
best.
a while, and
And
I
he
chased
just-
the guy around.
He just
best.
yelled things like penis and
Yeah.
That's
just
what you do.
Just the most horrible things. I got the best support
that's
email
why
from
you-
Blizzard.
that's why you go to Goldshires.
There's a such thing as Ringshire Road.
Yeah,
In
that's
Dublin?
in Dublin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Neat.
I just
What is Ringshire from?
I was just thinking Lord of the Rings.
Apparently, a road in Dublin.
Shire.
Oh.
There you
Yeah,
go.
I just
I don't
thought it
know
was
the
really
reference.
cool.
We're not in Ohio.
Is it just because of Shire?
Yeah, I heard Shire
Okay.
and it made me.
Well,
wonder.
yeah,
I
it
didn't
is
know
in
if that was
Dublin.
something in Lord of the Rings.
I
I
don't want
missed.
to get murdered.
Ringshire or something.
No, I
Okay.
was just thinking Lord of the Rings, and then
Okay.
it comes from the
Just the
Shire.
Shire
He
part.
was the bearer of the rings. Shire.
You were a force of good at once. You
I still
represented the
am.
best of us.
I feel like I'm not that
Now
bad.
you are part of the worst of them.
Chaotic evil.
Am I a dick for cutting down the non-fruit bearing trees?
Yes,
Yes.
you are a dick.
That's not
No,
even a
no.
question.
Yes.
I
Yes.
keep the fruit bearing trees.
Great.
I do the same
Well-
thing she does.
No. Why do you people do? Why do you ruin your community?
You don't.
What?
Because I
You-
just repopulate it with nice trees.
Yeah, you put trees.
Oh, okay. Because the trees before weren't good enough. But these new trees I'm gonna plant,
Yeah,
way
it's-
better.
Because they
It's-
give me money and they're beautiful.
It's an economy-based game, so I want better.
It's not an economy-based game.
Yeah, it is.
The
Community-based game.
has economy, but that's not the reason you're supposed to play it.
Yeah, it's a community.
I think you
Toy
guys
farm.
give Tom Nook too much of a bad rap.
He's a
you guys-
crook.
No, he's.
You're a crook, Mr. Nook.
Now listen to this. You guys ever seen Pawn Stars? Pawn Stars with
Yes.
Rick.
Yeah.
Rick is
Okay.
Tom Nook in Animal Crossing.
So you
He's
just
got people to
proved
pay.
He's a
He's
dick?
got collateral.
He's a bald dick.
No, he's a good businessman
He strangles puppies.
who's trying to make a profit.
I think Tom Nook did that.
He's just a business.
Have you been in the basement of a shop?
Yeah.
You know he has one.
I
I've never
don't-
been there.
Tom Nook does not have any competition whatsoever. Tom
He
Nook
really-
is not trying to make a
Monopoly.
profit.
It's
There's
probably
that lady
because
that
he
sells the
wiped
rugs.
out the competition.
Sahara.
Sahara gave me rugs in the one I had. I had to
She
buy them.
made me trade her an old rug.
Mm.
Couldn't sell one.
She gave me a boxing ring rug. That was kind of nice.
That's
Tom Nook
sweet.
is like Time Warner. He's just the
No.
only one you have.
Yeah.
You're stuck with him.
Now that they merged with Comcast.
That's an article I'm going to bring up.
No
so-
shit.
Yeah.
Wow, are
That's
we?
really weird.
Segway.
No, you guys can continue. with
Actually, I think we talked about this before. The beauty of Job when he strolls in on a Segway to segue the conversation. How is it? I'm so dumb. I needed to look that up online to
Because
get
you're
that.
dumb.
But how
that.
dumb
And
am I?
it's or,
A lot of dumb.
I'm dumb.
More than you, exactly the amount you would expect.
Exactly.
I love Michael Cera though.
he's a
So adorable.
He's
decent
a,
actor.
he's a guy.
He's just so
Is he 18?
cute.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah.
He reminds me so much
He's
of the
older than
dude
us.
from Zombieland that is called Columbus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
he
I
does.
can't remember his name, but he's the name. He's like a carbon copy.
Yeah,
He
they
reminds
do
me
look
of him,
really
too.
similar.
Well, they sound
don't-
similar. I don't think
yeah.
they
Yeah.
look similar. They
The
just
actions
sound.
sound similar. Yeah.
What are you guys laughing at?
Just asking if he's 18.
Yeah, and then just leaving it.
So
Like, and
someone's
no
just-
one, like,
someone's just
are we
thinking,
not
like,
concerned about this?
Is Kevin
I
just
don't-
really
that's
concerned
just-
if
that's-
he's 18?
That just
now
seems like
it's-
a normal thing. Like I don't even pay attention to it because
Yeah, you're.
Well, maybe now when they go back, they'll be like, yeah, that was a little ominous. Like, is he 18?
Yeah, and then doesn't say a word afterwards. That was the thing. And that was all he was concerned about.
Just good.
Whatever happened to John Heater?
who is that?
Napoleon Dynamite.
Oh, yeah. He's
Well, he was in that one movie about the figure skating, and then
Yeah,
everyone
Blades
was
of
like,
Blades of Glory.
Weirdly enough, I thought about Blades of Glory today.
everyone was just like,
It's figure
well,
skating season.
you know, that movie, like Napoleon Dynamite was like good in its own, but you can't
Napoleon
have, like,
Dynamite's a really good movie.
you can't have like a
Yeah.
whole genre of the same like he only has one acting style.
Yeah.
So
that's
after
true.
you see him in 2 movies, you're kind of like, I don't really ever want to see him again. Like, I really love Napoleon Dynamite, but I never want to watch it again.
No, they had that cartoon, I guess.
Did they?
I would watch it again. I just don't want to see.
Was
sequel.
Napoleon Dynamite an indie film
Yeah.
originally?
Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah.
I
Wasn't
think
it?
it was.
It was some I don't know, some Christian group made it, right?
No.
I don't think so.
MTV.
Oh.
It was MTV Films that produced it, but it was like a short film that they had made before.
I like the intro
Yeah.
mostly
Surprisingly,
intro,
got
what
a
was it?
White Stripes song.
with all the food.
Man,
Like
it's been a
I
while
can
since I've
tell
seen that.
We are gonna be friends, and then it's all the different.
The girl in that movie went on to go to.
Deb, I love her.
She was a...
Deb now stars in Grey's Anatomy, which
That's weird.
would have.
Huh.
Yeah.
That's a
The side ponytail girl?
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh.
She still plays like a weird.
I've
person.
seen her in other things.
I wonder, and this is more general, like, do these actors get, like, pigeonholed, and, like, so she got famous for that, so is she pigeonholed or typecast because of that role, or is it that that's all she can do?
Well, I mean, I think John Heder got pigeonholed because that's all he could do.
Yeah, seems like
Just like
that.
Michael Cera, that's all he could do.
Is
Is that awkward?
is that all Michael Cera can do, though?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because
Oh,
there
we don't
was-
know that.
Well, there was that one movie. I forget what it was called. Something...
Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
Well,
No, he still played the same guy.
there
I've
was...
only seen him as that guy.
The one where he's a rebel or something, where he has like 2 personalities, and he has this one personality that's like a badass, and then
just
there's
So
Watch
wait
that.
a second. He played half the movie
He
as
lives in a
Michael
trailer
Cera.
park over the summer.
yeah,
Yeah.
and that proved that he cannot do anything but Michael,
Oh,
the
yeah.
typical Michael Cera.
Good old George.
He's
Michael
good at
Booth.
what he does, though. I mean,
I always thought that about Jim Carrey. He could never play a serious role, but he's played
Yeah,
serious.
Eternal
Yeah.
Sunshine
Yeah.
for the Spotless Mind's a great movie.
great movie. Great
I've
movie.
never seen that.
Truman
was great
Show
in it.
was
Even
not
Tru-
a funny show.
Yeah.
A funny movie.
It was,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
Truman
that's
Show.
It was
one
has
of those-
funny parts, but you could. It was definitely also one of those like
Yeah.
kind of Matrix thinking, like, what if it is like?
Pretty sure there's not cameras pointing to us now. We get
Well,
I'm pretty sure Matrix isn't real, but it still
Well-
caused a lot of.
I mean, it's sort of
Maybe
true with
in
the
the
NSA.
future.
I mean, they're basically listening to
They don't
everything.
give a fuck about what we say.
No.
No, they're not actively listening to it, but they're recording everything. And then it gets deleted in 8 days.
It is interesting if your parents are Truman and you like agree to this, but then it makes you think of like you see these child actors that just get like their lives get like ravaged by
Macaulay
like
Culkin.
bad decisions.
Macaulay Culkin is doing very well for himself compared to,
Lindsay Lohan.
I would
let's say,
disagree.
Shia LaBeouf,
What happened?
who
to
has
him?
just been going fucking crazy, and it's awesome.
Wait,
Amanda Bynes.
did you see how Shia LaBeouf like he has his little like comic series, but he like rips off everything online?
No, he ripped off a comic to make a movie,
Oh.
and then he pulled his own tooth out and wouldn't take a bath.
Did you guys see that? You guys see the film with Macaulay Culkin and Seth Green? It's called
Oh,
Party
Party
Boys.
Monster.
Yeah, Party Monster.
Oh
yes.
Jesus, that was a weird movie.
So anyway, yeah, he's apparently he's playing a soldier, an American soldier in some like sort of British war movie, and Brad Pitt told him to take a shower. Man, it smells bad.
Wow.
Also, pulled out his tooth.
What?
I don't know.
With, like pliers?
Method acting. He's basically like Daniel Day-Lewis,
God.
only
The shitty
the
wannabe
old star
version.
of Even Stevens.
Yeah.
I wonder what happened to Ren Stevens.
I've seen her in
You
the
think
movie
she's
since then.
disappointed in him?
You think her boobs have grown any bigger since then?
No.
She probably do porn.
That's
No, she
probably-
does like Broadway acting.
That's unfortunate.
Believe me, I looked it up in hopes.
I thought I saw Topanga from Boy Meets World in a porno once. Cum Swappers 5. Excellent film, by the way.
You actually watch like full length movies. That's worse.
Well, when we moved into our first apartment, they were like left behind. We had like 5 DVDs
It's like a
left behind.
VHS.
No, it was
They weren't taken
was
by
that Cum
Jesus to the
Swappers or
rapture.
Cum Swabbers?
What's that?
Was that Cum Swappers or Cum Swabbers 5?
Swappers.
Oh well, okay.
Swabbers has a different plot line.
Yeah,
It's like a
it didn't
CSI
do it
kind
for
of-
me. But yeah, I thought I saw Topanga in there, and so but I ended up looking it up, and it was like a woman who's like famous for like Topanga lookalike who does porn, and I was like, that totally
I love
works.
the idea of that. Like how people dress up as like Superman and like Batman in Hollywood. Like just girls that do porn that look like other stars.
I'm
Ones
on
that you want
board.
to see
That's a
make
thing.
out.
I bet Topanga right now is like a mother of 5.
Well,
She has a show on E!
she was going to be involved
Does
with
she?
the Girl Meets World. She was
Oh,
gonna have
yeah.
a role
Oh
on it.
no.
Yeah, well,
Do that.
Both her and the guy that played Corey are going to be the parents in it, I think.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know. I used to watch Boy Meets World, so that's kind of cool.
Yeah, but that was
I'm never going to watch it, but I think that's kind of cool that there's, like, the legacy involved.
I think it'd be cool if kids nowadays watch Girl Meets World. I think that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
If it's good.
If it's a good show, I think that'd be great.
If it's as good as Boy Meets World.
Boy Meets World was just instrumental.
It really was.
Oh,
so
right.
melodramatic, but
just
I mean, great.
Topanga Lawrence and then Winnie Cooper from the Wonder Years.
Yeah.
Which one was that?
With the Wonder
Winnie
Years.
Cooper.
The one with,
I don't know the character.
The other Savage.
Yeah, the other Savage.
Ben Savage and
Ben Savage was Corey.
Yeah,
Fred Savage was
Fred Savage. Yep.
that guy that did that.
I like the intro music to that.
Well, yeah, everybody loves that.
Yeah.
That's like
I can hear it right now.
the
I
one
just
cover
do
that just destroyed the original
and the
song.
home and like the home video, like you just picture the family.
Punches you
I
right in the
completely
nostalgia
forget it.
junk.
Think about Bill from Freaks and Geeks. Doesn't he remind you of the guy from Wonder Years a
Totally.
lot?
Yeah.
Okay. Because like the first time I watched it and I saw his character, I kind of felt like, and he may have been like, Apatow. He was
Judd
Apatow. That he was almost paying homage to that character with Bill.
I would think that.
Whenever Freaks and Geeks gets brought up, I always get depressed that they didn't continue it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's one of the...
Better
Kevin, they ended with Dungeons and Dragons.
Really?
They
They
did.
did.
I was just thinking about Workaholics as soon as he said he got sad that they didn't continue that. That Workaholics only had 2 seasons.
I thought they're
Oh,
still
no,
going.
it's-
they're
Yeah,
still
they're
making
still
new
Still
ones,
doing it?
Yeah.
Oh, it only has I only have season 1 on Netflix, but
Is that just how you assume shows end?
yeah. Well,
It's like, I guess the rest of this isn't on Netflix.
Like, they're talking about
did
Breaking
Bad.
Yeah, that's
halfway through the last season for you.
But everyone else seems that they made their own storyline, and kind of like, it's a really good ending. And I'm just like, well, I don't have the
It's a
imagination.
really good ending.
what I
Like,
heard.
you guys need to see it.
Which...
Breaking Bad.
Oh,
I heard a huge
it's-
spoiler, and I
Breaking Bad
trying to
is
forget it,
the
but-
best, in my opinion, the
No.
best drama on TV.
Game of
I
Thrones
was on
Completed
TV.
drama.
Game of Thrones.
is better than Breaking Bad.
I think
Breaking
those
Bad.
two are the top 2.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, the
Those are
top
top
2.
two.
I'm gonna say Game of because I like that. like that
I
fantasy
said
setting.
completed series, by the way.
That's
Even without, even if they're in the same category, I still think Breaking Bad is better.
Breaking Bad is the best. I can't even go into how good the writing is. It's just so
I would
good.
say I look forward to Game of Thrones more so than Breaking Bad every week, though.
I agree.
But Game of Thrones
Well-
was an event for me. I would...
they're both kind of the same way though, where you don't know if like the main character or like key characters are gonna die though.
Yeah.
Breaking Bad maybe is a little more predictable.
Yeah.
like-
I don't know if you can
At least on
compare
that
the two.
aspect.
Yeah, Walt
I don't
won't
know if
die
you can
until
compare the
like,
two
if he
shows.
does until end of the season. Whereas Game of Thrones is like, yeah, no spoilers, but key characters die.
Yeah, it was more so like
Yep, there's a lot of key characters.
There's a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the problem. Is there's probably too many.
Well,
So he
too many is...
Weeds them out.
I don't know if there's too many. It's a different kind of story.
Yeah.
It's a very broad story.
Sean Bean dies.
Big
Yeah, that's not
surprise.
even a spoiler.
how
That's
did
just-
I not see that coming?
Yeah.
Just, this is great, guys. I really enjoy this. Oh, come on!
We-
Not again.
The first season, we were like, he's gonna live. He's gonna
And I
make
knew.
it. This is awesome. This is crazy. Like this, we
Just
enjoy it so
I
much.
think John even had.
Expect- just
And then he
expecting Arya to
then-
jump in.
And then his head comes off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think even John had a conversation where he's like, "Yeah, this is crazy. that Sean Bean doesn't die," and I was just like, "Yeah,
Yeah.
just
Well,
wait."
yeah,
I didn't
because
say
History
anything.
shows
Kevin-
that Sean Bean usually dies.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Even
like a
on
spoiler
YouTube, you have like
casting him.
every movie, like his death scene, and it's like over 5 minutes or something.
How hard is it for his parents to watch those?
Yeah, I
Like,
know,
His
yeah.
mom and dad would like watch this and be like, "This is our son dying over and over." And
I mean,
such
they have
weird
good practice
ways.
for like, you
Yeah,
know, if he
if
does
he
die
dies
before
before
they
them.
die.
Man's
Which he probably will.
He's a classically trained actor. What he's been relegated to.
It's
Yeah.
Just,
He was Yanis.
He was.
Goldeneye.
He was 006. I played when I was little. My brother and I, we did a reenactment of GoldenEye, and
So did.
the characters this was actually somehow me being like 10 and him being 7 was like higher quality than you guys in high school when you did it. But my character list was like I was Ormov, and I was Giannis, I was Moneypenny, I was M. M's the gadget guy, right? M or, and then Q. Is that Q? Okay, I was Q.
M is the woman.
M's the woman. Okay, I was Q. But yeah, like being him, it was like I can do this job. I can die on camera,
Yeah.
and he does it like so elegantly.
Yeah, it actually takes a lot of effort, I feel like, to do the motion capture, like
Yeah.
death animation.
You know,
Stuff.
were you there when we did Moby Dick, and I was the slaves that died. Like it was like 13 pigs of slaves dying.
Yeah, it was. We really made light of a horrible situation.
I did blackface. Did not
Yeah.
even. I was in like 7th grade. Did not realize how racist that is. I did blackface and died 13 times in a row.
See, not only that you died, but then we had crewmates eat you, and eating you was like cut to the ship, organs just flying over the ship. Like we're just throwing organs.
How did we not, like, our teachers not make us, like, seek guidance for, like, from, like, guidance counselors
It
and
was
stuff?
creative.
Creativity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it was brilliant. I mean...
We made Sean Marino dress in drag.
Oh,
But I mean, that's just a story for
Remember
us
we-
more so than anybody else.
And I love Sean Marino, but remember when he was in the...
use last names.
Oh, yeah, you brought it up first.
Sorry, nobody cares about him. Just don't do
I
it
remember
anymore.
him and I hung out in the parking lot for like an hour, just sitting on the in a bed of a pickup truck. I don't even know if we talked for the entire hour, but we just kind of hung out. Like, it's kind of cool. We're skipping class, huh? And he's like, "Yeah." So should we do something? And then just eventually went back to like after the class
Just
was done,
went back
go
to
the
class.
next one. Yeah. So we just skipped one class and then.
I guarantee he won't listen to this, but if he is, sorry for making you get ice and then we just left.
We still feel bad
Wait,
about
what
it.
did you do?
We asked
are
him if he
kinda
wants
jerks.
to.
Who wants to tell this
We-
story? want
I
courage.
don't want to tell this story.
All right, Kevin.
Kevin, it was
Tell me if I.
you were more involved.
Oh yeah, so I think we
By
were.
that I mean you probably instigated the whole thing.
Yeah, if it's being a douche, then it was probably me. We were at a tailgating, which
Professional.
for most of us was basically tailgating until the football game starts and then leaving because fucking sports. No, so we would be there and then we'd be hanging out, and then Sean Moreno, who we did not want to be there.
We said his name again.
That's just his first name.
Yeah,
It's
Sean Moreno.
Moreno.
Yours is Zimmer and his is Sean Moreno.
That's right.
Not for both of you. And then he showed up, and we were like, "Could you get us some ice?" Basically to go. And then as soon as he left, did we just relocate or did we just end
We
this?
just ended the day.
I think we went to a restaurant.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
we just
Went to get something
changed
to
the
eat.
scenery and then just left.
And, yeah.
When you go to hell, that's going to be on the tape.
Which would be the funniest.
When he shows you the tape of all the reasons, which is basically going to be like, here's your life from like age 8 on. This is why you're going to hell. That's going to make it.
I can't. That'd be like 4 stars, not 5. 4 stars to me. That'd be the best. That'd be the best video I've ever seen. I can't say 5 because that's too good.
That's funny. Is it time to break into our first article?
Oh wait, are we discussing articles on this podcast now?
Well,
Are we making it? We're podcasting?
Hey, when do we do advertisements?
um,
Man,
brought to
Sam
you
Adams.
by.
Wait,
Whatever
we're
we're
not
drinking.
getting paid for this?
My life.
I'm out of here.
There's no pay. I'm sorry.
It's cheap and it's beer.
It's beer.
It's beer.
Maybe.
Bees?
All right.
Bees?
Beads.
Bees?
Think about it.
All right,
Our
let's go.
podcast, the Beerdcast, it could be the B Road cast.
I don't think you pronounce RD Road.
He's the
I mean,
abbreviation. He's
Yeah.
you know the abbreviation that's
I-
like part of the word.
I
so
know it's not spelled that way, but I'm just saying.
we should change to the Bees cast.
The Bees Road cast?
Then why do you want to put the
Bees.
road in there?
Because there's already an RD in it.
Why is that road?
Because it's an abbreviation for
Are you
road.
guys picturing like a dirt
Well, I
road?
guess it's
or-
true.
Like an address, like I live on so and so road. It's RD.
Dude, we are not doing very
Oh,
well
the
this week.
abbreviation for road. Got it.
Are you serious?
Yeah, no,
Oh.
that was the
You're
first
just
moment
getting-
of clarity.
all
Wait,
right.
that's
Yeah,
wow.
yeah.
And we're supposed to discuss like important topics.
I was gonna say D has no place in road, and then I realized that the end of road.
I heard alligators can climb trees.
We'll get to it, Curry.
Bear and
Wait, I want
alligator.
to know about the Flappy Birds.
All right, we'll skip to that. Let me load it. Someone talk about something. while I
Oh,
load
we'll
it.
talk about Flappy Bird, crocodiles, alligators, climbing trees. Can wait till
Well,
later.
Curry, we'll get to the alligators. Calm down.
The alligators
Calm
will get
your
to you
tits.
first.
Yeah, calm your tits.
Speaking.
Okay. So, the creator of Flappy Bird, and Flappy Bird is...
We all know what Flappy Bird is.
Well, everyone might not. Okay? Flappy Bird is an application, it's a game for mobile phones where basically you press on the screen to make the bird go up, and you let go to make it go down.
And weirdly enough, there is a button at the bottom right where you just tweet death threats to the creator.
Basically, it's a really oversimplified game that's been done years ago, but for some reason this version caught on. And so someone put it on the market, and this guy was making over... It was a free game, but he was making over $50,000 a day in advertising. And he's from Vietnam.
He did say he made a good amount of money. He never said 50,000.
No, there's...
There's a quote from another website. Go on, sorry.
It says 50,000.
Reportedly
so
$50,000.
I'm going with 50,000. So anyways, he was getting a bunch of bad press, or I don't know if it was bad press.
It was death threats.
It was what?
Well, first of all, let me ask you something. I saw the game for the first time today. Somebody's playing it, and it looked like a Mario world.
Yeah,
Is there any copyright infringement going on here?
There wasn't any actively going on.
The pipes look like fucking Mario.
But you can use pipes. I mean, Mario doesn't copyright.
But
No,
it's the
but
same
the art
thing.
They
style.
copyright
Art
the
style.
imagery inside the game. I'm pretty
That's the
sure.
first thing my brain went
It's
to
the
when I
pipes
saw
and it's
it.
the fish from Mario.
It is the fish. Yeah.
But the thing is, it's probably just pixels off from the ones from Mario. So it's basically just a loophole to make it look like it. But anyways, this game went viral, and yeah, he was receiving all kinds of threats and things that were making his life unbearable. Apparently, so he took it off the market. Yeah, he took it off the market because he said that it was ruining his life. And here's a quote. "I cannot take this anymore," he said, referring to all the attention coming his way. I swear there was a more descriptive quote, but he took it off, and now he's receiving even more death threats than he was before.
Now, if I was making $50,000
No,
a day,
shut up. You don't know.
yes, I do know. I would.
He would take all the death threats because you
Yes!
obviously have been through something like this before.
$50,000
Fuck
a
that
day.
logic.
$50,000 a day.
Great. Everybody
That's-
hates you
He lives
all
in,
the
He
time.
lives in Vietnam.
But why?
Nobody
What?
knows this guy.
It would still hurt your
He's
feelings.
anonymous.
Make a new username. Start over. Essentially,
I don't understand why
Charlie ain't got no feelings.
I don't know what that's.
Every Vietnam movie ever.
Oh,
Thank you.
gotcha.
I don't know, like it's just like a simple game. Like,
I think it's...
you know, like why should people hate him for that?
I love that that's the logic is just, if you're getting $50,000, you should totally be okay with it. If you're playing a goddamn iPhone game, you shouldn't be sending death threats over Twitter.
It's the same way of like
Yeah, but that's... go ahead.
people here talk about like it's just what comes to mind, like athletes. Oh, they make so much money, like that's not worth it. Like I whatever. Like they get pissed that they make this much money. It's like, dude, you live in a society where the system is we will pay you what you're worth. What you're worth is what we are making. So the people paying them are billionaires. They're making so much money because of these guys. You're the ones that are contributing to their salary. How are you then going to bitch about how much they make?
I would rather take death threats from 10-year-olds than to not worry about a car fucking payment. I'm serious. Like, these guys don't have to worry about shit the rest of their life because money makes the world go round.
And obviously, the old saying goes, money can buy happiness.
It can definitely buy you security. Do whatever the
I
hell
think
you
money
want.
can buy
Brinks.
happiness.
Money can't buy happiness.
This segment brought to you by Brinks.
Brinks home security.
Home security. Buy your security.
There's a separate part to this article though, where after he took it off the market, people put up their iPhones that had copies of the game on eBay, and one of them went as far as $99,900.
That person, we should send death threats to that person. He's got way too much
He
money.
posted it for 900.
No, there were
Were there bids for that?
there were 74 bids on that one. But the thing is
I think those are they're inflated.
there's supposedly, or there's a lot of controversy that they're trolls.
Yeah.
And on that one, it never confirmed that auction actually ended. There was one that ended for $90,200. whether or not that was paid.
That's
Honestly,
just that.
some of this sounds like bullshit. Where are you getting your sources from?
It's his GameSpot article.
Yeah, it links to other articles about.
I think people are overreacting to this.
Yeah.
I think Flappy Bird, the name alone.
It's a app game, right?
Yeah.
It's a mobile phone game.
Why did you get so pissed
Do
off
people
about
send
it?
death threats
If
at
you don't
Candy
like
Crush?
it, just don't play
Yes.
it.
I would send death threats at Candy Crush, but those dudes are assholes.
First
I
of all,
send death
what's
threats to
the
their users.
base of the death threats? What's the reasoning behind a death threat?
You
For
take
a
this
game.
off the marketplace,
death,
I'm gonna
most of
fucking kill you.
And you're probably unstable to begin with. It's probably hard to find a reasoning for those who
But
send
why-
death threats.
Why are they wanting this off the market? Anybody? Why did
He
they
wants it off the market because it's just destroying his life.
No,
No,
he
the
means the people that are sending
the
death
people
threats.
who are
Where are you
Like,
at in your life where you're
complaining.
like,
The
fuck-
people that originally ruined his life so that he took it off. So I think what you're asking is like about the events.
Is it the people who allegedly created the game, or did he create the game?
He
He
created
was the sole creator.
this
of it.
game.
I thought you said that he uploaded it in a
I
different
mean,
version.
he made it.
He made this version of the game, but there are very, very
It's
almost
helicopter.
almost identical games, but just with different graphics.
It's helicopter.
And
yeah.
therefore, people are saying copyright infringement.
Right on that, and then
Oh,
because everything
okay,
looks like
I
it's from
gotcha.
Mario,
Yeah.
also, and people overreact to that and send empty death threats, and apparently it
But
was
that's,
distraught enough.
I mean, this guy has to realize that they are extremely empty death threats.
I just think it's a
Who
sheer.
the fuck's gonna kill somebody over this?
well, I
Yes.
wonder if there are legal consequences behind the scenes that aren't being publicized.
It just seems ridiculous.
I mean, I don't know what it's like in Vietnam with the copyright infringement laws, but obviously, if he was the one that took it off of the App Store, then iTunes had to be okay with it, and Apple is okay with it apparently because they have thousands upon thousands of games that are just copies of already existing games, essentially.
Let's
With
have straight up emulators on that.
yeah.
Just goes to show Charlie don't surf, but he sure does fly.
All right.
Sorry, I love that one.
Speaking of
Empty threats.
speaking of empty threats, back in I want to say it was March, there was a kid who originally was in a League of Legends game, which is a piece of shit game. But
No, it's not.
It's a great
yeah,
game.
no, it sucks.
It's not as good as Dota.
So much better than
It's okay.
They're just all terrible. But
Continue,
anyways,
sorry.
He was in an argument, and then it continued on Facebook, and he basically said, and this is out of context because there was a conversation before it.
You better clarify. You're quoting this dude. This is his quote. You're
Right.
not saying this. You personally are not saying this.
Well, I know, and that's
Emphasis.
No, that's part of the the art, or part of what I want to bring up. But all that they can show is that this kid says, "I'm fucked in the head, all right. I think I'm a shoot up at kindergarten," and it was supposedly after someone called him crazy. So that was
How old is this guy?
18, I think, at the time.
he's 18,
And he's saying he's gonna shoot up a kindergarten.
it was
like
in. Someone was calling him crazy, and supposedly it was in a rebuttal saying that, it was a sarcastic
Sarcastic
in
rebuttal.
jest.
Okay, I got you.
sarcastic remark, and it's emphasized by saying, "And watch the blood of the innocent rain down." And this person says, "I hope you fucking bring in hell, you fucking prick."
Wait, it's not burning hell?
No, it's bring.
It's bringing hell?
Yeah.
I hope you
So
Bring in hell!
in
Bring
hell.
hell, fucker!
and then
This guy's, he's like advocating the shooting up the kindergarten. Like, if you're gonna do it right. Like,
and it,
rain fury on these
shooting up a
children.
kindergarten sounds like hell.
he says,
He hopes he brings in hell.
yeah, and
Yeah,
he says he's going to eat
advocating.
the beating heart of one of them, just one.
Just one, the lucky one.
Sexiest
Send me your tribute.
So, anyways, this guy's in.
It's fucked up, Kevin.
one. No, I'm waiting for someone to...
What do you say?
The sexiest one.
You said it again.
Yeah.
You said it louder so everybody
Are you
can
gonna
know.
make sure they're 18 this time?
Well, it's a kindergarten,
And the
so
yeah, there are teachers.
we're not thinking about teachers.
But this was in Texas.
Which is already a bad idea to live there.
And it's funny, Texas is in another article too. But a woman in Canada saw it and notified authorities somehow. And within an hour, he was, I guess, detained. And this was just, I think...
No activated abilities for him.
I think...
That's going to become a thing now. That's first two episodes.
The first one was cut out, though, I think, right? Or
No, it's in there. It's just, it was like an aside.
Okay, well, this was definitely the main point of
Yeah, I made sure to speak over Zimmer for this one.
Yeah, he stopped talking.
Your inside jokes are really funny.
Play more Magic. Please.
So anyways, this guy was detained, and he's facing up to 10 years in prison for, just saying this. And it's pretty obvious he was just saying it.
Yeah, I'm going to have to disagree with the charge because...
I think we all are.
A lot of... for instance, my brother said something stupid in middle school right after... I think it was right after Columbine. And...
He was in middle school, though.
Yeah, but anybody under 18 is a kid, and they're going to say stupid
Not
things.
Trayvon Martin?
Even after 18, you're still a kid. You're going to say stupid things. And you're going to try to be funny. You're going to be sarcastic. You're going to say shit you don't mean. 10 years in prison for saying something like that.
Well, he was 18.
Well, it's still,
yeah, no, I completely agree. I think someone that's 60 years old, in the right context. I mean, I think it clearly was in the right context.
All right, this is like an offshoot on this. I know people always say like it's so hard to like discern sarcasm online. It's not though.
Kind
like
of is.
sometimes,
it definitely is.
Depends.
If it's just text,
I guess if you
it's
just
all in caps.
Yeah, that was the other thing. Everything he says is in all caps.
yeah, I mean that's a dead giveaway.
And they went and searched this guy's home, didn't find any kind of bomb-making materials, found no guns, found nothing that would show that he was going to go shoot up a school. Yeah. But they still decided, well, we got to make an example. What is it? Yeah. He was charged with a $250,000 bond.
It went up to $500,000.
Yeah, it went up to $500,000.
Wow.
I forget who it was. Some NFL player just got arrested for putting date rape drugs in women's drinks. $200,000 bond. Yeah. Like, that's fucked up. That guy can just rape women.
Yeah. Well, you have evidence, or it sounds like you have evidence.
You have
in that
evidence
case.
for it. This guy.
This is a Facebook message.
Yeah.
This guy just unfortunately lives in Texas, where.
But it's I found this on Reddit, and I remember seeing it back when it originally happened, but I'm not sure what caused it to come up again. But the top comment on Reddit was someone saying, in all caps, "I'm gonna blow up the world."
Yeah.
And it's really like, it's the same concept. Like,
you just say something super heinous.
But this guy said something like, "I'm gonna kill a bunch of kindergarten kids," which
blowing the world involves kindergarten.
Which it involves everybody, but this guy got specific and he said, "I'm gonna kill kindergarten."
But it's not like he said,
I'm not
to so and so school."
I know that it's ridiculous for getting charged with that kind of crime for just saying something like that. Because he's just a kid. I mean, he's just a kid.
The first thing I thought of when you read this comment is one argument that you, Leslie, and I had a long time ago in the dark room, which is the photography dark room, and we were saying that this kid made a map, I think it was Call of Duty, I think it was the United Offensive. He made a map of his high school.
It was Counter-Strike.
It was Counter-Strike. He made a map of his high school in Counter-Strike, and it was actually really popular between just his friends, and he eventually, I don't know what legal action was taken, but there was legal action taken against him, like suspended from school or expelled. And I know Leslie wasn't the thing like that's fucked up. And I don't know where you were, but I was saying
with you.
Like the funnest thing is to play a game that you love that's also in the setting that you like. I mean, like you're not thinking like, oh wow, I'm going to this person's classroom and just shooting up people. No, you're like, look, I'm here every day. It's familiar to me. It's the same thing as doing like the park you go to every day, but no one would care about the park. It's just because our society is revolving around apparently school shootings at that time and still now.
American media drives all of this shit.
Yeah.
I do want to say this comment was made about, let's see, I think 3 months after the Sandy Hook incident.
Yeah, I think that really nailed it home.
Everyone...
You know what?
Bad timing.
It doesn't matter.
No,
He's
right,
a kid saying some shit. Kids say dumb stuff all the time. They shouldn't... You know what? I think these social networks are really ruining people's lives. I mean...
There's a topic.
Well, yeah, they've linked like Facebook to like depression and stuff because you're seeing everyone's lives.
Because everything's...
I don't blame them for recruits, and they investigate.
For instance, was this a social media thing? He posted on
Facebook.
The reason he was reported was because of something he said.
He didn't
on Facebook.
say it out loud in the classroom. And
no, he typed it.
I got you. See, well, that's a dumb thing to do, but it's still just a dumb thing to do.
Oh, because people like it.
Why can't the courts understand it's just a kid? I just don't.
They should still investigate, like how Curry said. But when they found
yeah, they investigate and they find nothing,
and
so leave it alone.
Well, no, but you said that they investigated it.
I don't think they should investigate it because you know how many things are said every day that if taken out of context, like this was.
This is the
Take down Flappy Bird, I'm gonna kill you, motherfucker.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. This is the same argument that we were on board with when people were talking about the trade towers, and they were talking about the presidency received threats that this was going to happen, they didn't act upon it, and then the obvious counter argument is they received threats every day, multiple threats every day. You can't act on all of them, and so I agree with you. It's the same function of. Are you going to start policing every single thing? You can't police everything that's said on Facebook. So why,
There's no reason to.
Yeah, the picking and choosing, like you're just asking for, issues to arise.
What it sounds like to me is some desperate, something media is desperate to write about. And it's
not the media, it's the
Yeah,
police.
well,
It's a pretty big story that the police investigated this kid for the things he said on Facebook.
Yeah. I don't know why this
is
is
the media jumping.
Yeah, I don't know why this is a media issue.
Well, the media blows stuff up.
It's not blowing anything up. They're just reporting the story.
I mean, we wouldn't know about this without the media reporting it. So if anything, it's a good thing that the media reported it because now we can look at this and be like, "Wow, this is bullshit."
Yeah,
But you can argue the fact that because of the media's made this such an issue that it's more of an issue for the police. They're going to take down these people.
I see what you're saying.
They push pressure on the police to do something.
Right.
But you mean social media?
Any kind of media, I guess.
Yeah, anything that attracts attention to a lot of people.
Right.
I mean,
there's a lot of things that media can prove is happening, but in the justice system, you really can't.
Yeah. I mean, I agree. Like, media will put pressure on police to act, but in this specific example, it seems like the media, at least that we're privy to right now, is reporting after the fact of the police investigating. So the media, I mean, I get what you're saying, but I just think in this example, I don't think it's a media
maybe
issue.
Maybe I shouldn't say the media is to blame for this issue, but I can argue that it's to blame for the big picture.
There's a lot of problems with media. If we can...
Yeah, I mean, but now anymore, like, the media is such like a blanket term to just like blame the media. You can just blame the media for everything. Like something goes wrong, blame the media. Like, and I mean, and it's not, and everything's born out of a truth, and it is true. But it seems like it's such a lazy way of going about things anymore.
I agree.
Focus on the media. I mean, they have their part. I agree, but. I don't know. There's more layers. There's more layers to everything. I mean, and it's the media's responsibility to uncover some of those layers, which they don't always do, unfortunately.
Sometimes they over-report on stuff because there's no news to report on.
Mm-hmm. What was it? This morning, they were reporting on the news. I don't know why I thought this when it came up, but they were reporting on the news. It was like, Buckeye Ranch or something like that, and there was a member who worked there who got caught with his work computer with child pornography on it. So it's a big deal, obviously, and they report on it. And I just kept wondering, like, but why is this like why am I eating my bowl of cereal and like this is what I'm being told about in the world, you know?
It's unfortunately everything we hear seems to be bad news.
Yeah. Well, and they say because that's what sells. You
That's
know, that's what
sells.
gets you tuning in.
Yeah.
I mean, I just wanted to fucking check the weather.
Yeah.
You don't even get that on.
It's unfortunate, but it seems like it's the way society is right now.
Speaking of Texas, police respond to report of an armed man in a banana suit.
This is Amy's story.
It is, yeah.
Amy wanted this one.
Well, that's just an open and shut story.
You know those people.
What happened to this man?
You know those people that stand out by the side of the road? They're usually like throwing signs, or they're
standing in banana suits,
doing the helicopter,
AK-47s, those kinds of people. We all know them.
This guy was in a banana costume, and he had an AK-47, which is a sort of rifle.
Which is a tool.
Yeah.
Anybody?
No, I agree.
AK-47 is a tool. Really?
Yeah.
I agree. I
Okay.
agree.
No, NWA. Acknowledgement. Oh.
We are way too white for that
NWA.
reference.
Hey,
You wrote that on
I
my
thought
wall.
you were going another direction.
Damn. What's that from?
I don't know. It's AK-47 is a tool. It's from one of their songs.
AK-47.
Probably
I mean, it had to have been.
Probably the one where they don't like cops. And
Oh, like every song they did on that one album. That was a great album. What's the name of that album? Because it has like this. It's like vertical slices of a picture of each of them, right?
probably. I just thought it was called
Straight Outta Compton. Was
Straight
that?
Outta
Okay,
Compton.
Straight Outta Compton.
Did you know that, or were you trying to goad me into saying it? Did you know that?
No, what?
Did you know it's called Straight Outta Compton?
Yeah, I just had that moment where I remembered it.
Oh, okay.
Why?
I wasn't sure if you remembered and you were trying to get me to say it for some reason.
No, I was trying to get you to
Or
tell
you-
me because I couldn't remember.
Oh, okay.
But then I don't know something. I think when I was thinking about those pictures, and I could see the writing of Straight Outta Compton on the bottom.
Straight
Why
Outta-
is this?
Crazy motherfucker named Ice Cube.
I'll build anywhere. We want to bring on a new segment to the show called Candidly Canadian. If anyone didn't know, one of our co-hosts, Kevin,
What's up?
he's Canadian.
Why is he a
Yeah,
co-host?
a co-host. We can't all be co-hosts.
Yeah.
No, we're all co-hosts.
I'm a special guest.
No,
versus
co-hosts and special guests.
Matt, we all
Five-
know you're a special guest.
No, I know.
get it,
but-
you're
but
special.
5 co-hosts.
What's the
One
term
special
then?
guest.
Like,
We're all
we all are.
guests, I feel.
Candidly Canadian.
Okay, so
Yeah,
this
Ken
is
Curry. But it matters who's going to be here every week.
this is the good stuff.
okay. So in this segment, I'm going to talk about Canada. This fuck it doesn't have anything to do with Canada. Maybe it does actually. Okay,
Candidly.
so everyone has that thing that you're just good at. Like you say, all right. So I first played blackjack, and I
Look, you're
actually
making
won.
fun of me.
And actually no, this isn't actually an Amy joke. It will eventually, because of now. You all have that one good thing that you're good at, that you just try and you're actually like, wow, you know, this is like, maybe it's beginner's luck or it's actually like skill, but like, you know, I'm actually gonna, and some people become professionals because of this. Maybe some guy just tried to play baseball, became a professional baseball player.
Some guy. You couldn't name one baseball
No.
player. That's how little you know about baseball.
Babe Ruth. Because the candy bar. Because of the candy bar.
Really, candy
The
bar.
same logic can be put into blowjobs. Think about the untapped potential that all males have. What if Matt's the best at blowjobs?
Why do you say me?
Why?
You were looking at me first,
No.
and then you
No.
guys
That's
intentionally
exactly
looked
right.
away.
Special for a
What,
reason.
you don't think I can give a good blowjob?
Think of the untapped. Maybe Matt's like literally the Vincent Van Gogh of blowjobs, and he doesn't know. He's never tried. I'm not saying like Matt experiment, try it. Okay, I am saying that. But,
Yeah.
but
I kind of feel like
think of the
you're,
untapped potential between all
Matt, are you
males
gay?
with blowjobs.
Yeah.
And the same thing, you're a prison bitch, all right? You want to be good so that you get it over with quickly. You don't want dick in your mouth for too long. No one likes that.
where are you going with this?
I'm just
This has
trying
nothing to do with
listen.
Canada.
I'm
Maybe
trying
it
to
does.
listen.
So
to
you're
the
a
whole-
Pigeonholed?
prison
You're
bitch.
pigeonholed into the...
Yeah, you're pigeonholed.
You're pigeonholed.
Into blowing people. You don't
Tennesseans.
want to be so good that everyone's like, dude, this guy's amazing. If you need a blowjob, go to this guy.
If you,
But you don't want to be so bad that you get it done, like that you're at risk of being murdered because you're not good at being a blowjob. If you're a prison bitch, you're
Why
for
are you
blowjobs or not.
wait.
This whole conversation.
Just let
went
him
at
finish.
work.
Let him finish.
Let him finish.
I'm trying.
Let
to
him finish the
I'm
blowjob.
trying to, but it's
That's it. You.
Sorry.
Matt's not very good at blowjobs.
I, oh, Matt.
I'm sorry.
Kevin, continue, please. Finish
Well,
your
now I'm
thought.
thinking about that and blowjobs.
Yeah.
All right, so first off, it started off with just think about the untapped potential between all males and blowjobs.
Actually, it started with Canadians.
It's legal in Canada.
Candidly.
It's
Alright.
legal in Canada.
Keep going, Kevin. No. Follow the
I
thought.
don't know. All right.
Follow the thought. Follow the thought.
Prison bitch, you don't be so good that you're known as the best and you have to do all the blowjobs in the prison. You
All
don't
right.
be so bad that you have a dick in your mouth for too long.
All right, now connect the dots.
And Canadians are prison bitches that have good blowjobs.
Wait,
Oh, what?
that's the.
So that was
I
the
feel like
first
you didn't
and last
explain
time.
yourself.
Canadians best?
Yeah.
Candidly Canadian will not
We
return
had like
next
half
week.
an hour conversation at work about should you be good at blowjobs?
Okay.
And that was Candidly Canadian.
Anyone need a blowjob? That's
Next up for today's topics, crocodiles are able to climb fucking trees. Study
We already
reveals.
talked about this.
And they're really
no,
good
I really
mothers.
want to.
I thought it was alligators.
Crocodiles.
It's
I
crocodiles.
banana guy.
Crocodile.
They're
Crocodilians.
amazing mothers.
It's crocodilian, so alligators
The
and
people will never
crocodiles.
know.
Kind of goes with blowjobs.
Are alligators crocodilians?
Yeah, that's what it said in the article.
Well,
This is
crocodile.
Fox
It
News.
says
I don't think
crocodiles.
crocodilians is a real word.
Crocodilians is a real word.
You don't.
Crocodilians is a real word.
Is it?
Yeah, yeah.
What about,
It only mentions crocodiles.
Really?
what about
You're
taco
very
dials?
skeptical.
You guys ever heard of taco dials?
Oh my god.
It's yes!
When would you be like,
Surprise.
has crocodilian
Yeah.
features?
You don't need to like be able to just use it in, like casual conversation to make it a word.
I'm not even saying. I mean, there's like two scientists are like giving each other blowjobs.
Man, we are just inherently good at this.
Think about before we gave each other blowjobs, all the untapped potential in us.
Yeah,
But we're not too good.
not good enough.
You don't want to make this a professional thing.
Yeah. We're scientists, not blowjob.
However,
4 species were able to climb trees up to 13 feet. Now, I wish the article described how.
And
These
what happened at 14 feet that caused all the crocodiles just to go ape shit?
I feel like the crocodiles just scared the trees to bend over. Crocodiles are scary.
crocodiles are scary.
The purpose, it seems to be so that they are able to get more sunlight in places
Just
where they're not able
13
to.
feet closer
I
to
feel
the
like
sun.
it's a
No, I'm thinking of like there's foliage on the
bullshit.
ground, so they climb a tree so that they don't get blocked by the foliage.
Do you think of
No, I think this is a food chain thing. I think that
Are they hunting birds as they perch?
they're doing something. They're obviously hungry. They haven't climbed trees
They have to
before.
stay warm. That's the,
Yeah, I mean,
the
they're-
Well, they
reptiles.
can go
Yeah,
and
well.
sit in the.
Do you think a bear or a crocodile would win a fight?
Ooh,
That's an
How-
awesome.
I mean, they
question.
can both climb trees, so that's why I thought of it.
I think a crocodile.
You really think a
Oh
crocodile?
no, I think.
Well,
a bear,
no.
I think a
Bear.
A
bear.
crocodile?
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
a crocodile
bear.
would lose, but an alligator would win.
What?
Is the alligator the bigger one? I thought-
Alligators are larger. Yes.
What is the strongest animal you think a bear could beat?
Bear. How about a gorilla versus a shark?
Oh,
Who do you
this is
think?
bullshit.
This argument has been going on for years.
I don't
But
think you
the
can.
gorilla is in water. I want to point that out. The gorilla is out of its element, and the shark is a fucking shark.
Yeah, the shark would win.
Yeah, the shark,
Shark-
wins.
In shallow.
How
what,
is this
what
an
if you did in
argument?
This
shallow
is
water?
deep ocean. I think we assumed.
Oh, deep ocean shark
like
wins.
shark.
Hands
Okay,
down.
the gorilla wins, and then he drowns. So obviously the shark
No,
wins.
it's not in deep ocean.
eventually.
It's just a gorilla versus a shark, and I'm assuming a silverback male
Yeah,
gorilla.
silverback gorilla.
And-
Obviously, the strongest gorilla you can find.
and
versus
a
great white
great
shark.
white.
I don't think it's fair that the
Great
great
white
white gets to be in his own element.
Yeah, that's a.
But
unfair
also,
advantage.
I'm thinking-
you can't take him out of his element without reducing
Here's
his.
what I'm thinking. I'm thinking in a plane where they're both of their elements are able to combine.
Do planes
Is-
have like
No.
what?
Is the
I think in a beach setting where they're both in shallow water, the gorilla beats the shit out of the great shark.
I'm thinking. Imagine the shark.
I don't think that's fair.
No, you. What
But
Terry said. What
You
Terry
don't
said
have
is
the
right.
3D movement
You can't
of
Yeah.
the
have
entire ocean.
That's like using a water Pokemon and just a regular
That's why you
Goldie
can't do
just
this
fucking
fight.
flaps
That's
there.
why you can't do this fight. The fight's called
How
off.
I'm imagining it is imagine just land and maybe a tree, but the shark can
Is there an
swim.
alligator in the tree?
The shark
Crocodile.
can swim through the air like it was water.
Oh, well,
I don't-
the gorilla wins.
Yes.
No, the shark
What?
wins.
Shark
No.
wins. If it can fly
The
through
gorilla just
If
beats...
this shark is
the
somehow
shark is so much bigger!
The gorilla has fists.
the
and
shark
it
don't
can pound
care.
its
I have
face
fists.
in.
I'm not gonna beat a shark.
The shark has about
I
14
think
feet.
you will.
punching a nose doesn't affect the shark like you think it does. It doesn't go like, oh, I'm not doing this.
It would. It only has cartilage. It would absolutely demolish if it landed.
Yeah.
It would absolutely demolish the shark's structure.
If anything,
I
the fact
think
it doesn't have bones is better.
We're overlooking the fact that in this scenario, this shark can fly through the fucking
Well,
air.
that's about it.
Yeah, Gorilla's just gonna hang himself. Like, what the fuck
No,
is
no.
this?
The gorilla's gonna beat
If
the
you're going
shit
to
out
work
of
and you
The
see sharks,
Gorilla has the agility that the shark does not.
it.
I don't
and
think
the
gorillas have
strength
that
and
much
the
agility.
limbs.
Yeah,
and the
the-
limbs.
the limbs are
Maybe the
key.
shark will take one
This,
limb.
you guys
The
seem...
sharks don't have agility?
That's what he said.
Not as much as a gorilla.
Oh, they just catch fish. Fish are slow, dumb.
Listen,
but
the
gorillas
shark.
eat branches.
I mean, it's not...
Those are tricky.
Look, primates have 4 limbs. The shark has no limbs. The shark can only go after one limb at a time.
The shark just
Wait,
bites the body.
wait.
The shark has a massive mouth that just
One
hates
bite,
the
the gorilla's
gorilla.
gone. A couple
How?
punches.
No,
No,
I
the shark doesn't
disagree
just
with
eat
that.
a
One
gorilla
bite,
in
the
one
gorilla
bite.
is
No,
no.
one bite is going to cause too much.
One bite is gonna...
One bite.
Yeah.
Like, let's say that the shark bites the leg. Gorilla has
The shark isn't
3
focusing
other
on legs.
limbs to beat the hell out of the
The
shark.
shark
with.
isn't focusing on like this guy's got.
What?
I got 4 bites.
How
that I
do
need to do.
how do humans?
No, but the
survive
shark is going
shark
to go
bites?
after a limb because a limb is hanging there. you
Because
know?
the shark doesn't want to
Some-
eat the
it's
human.
an easy
It's-
target.
It bites and goes. Oh,
You
fuck
think
this.
sharks are targeting specific body parts?
No, I think once
They're-
the shark
they're
gets a piece of blood,
sharks.
it's gonna go for what it just bit.
Is there chum in the water?
What you're
No,
saying?
we're in the air.
In this
There's no
scenario,
water.
Is there
There's
chum in
no
the air?
chum in the air.
in this
So a
scenario,
shark
okay.
doesn't give a fuck.
So you're saying automatically the shark goes for the torso or the head?
The shark is just gonna go for whatever its mouth
I
bites.
think the shark's gonna suck that gorilla's dick and realize, wow,
Wait,
I've been good at this my whole life. and
Infinite
just now
untapped
knew it.
potential.
really good at
but
it.
I should be less good at this. Weird that I have this many teeth.
in this scenario, I feel like they both have
All right.
insatiable blood.
I feel like it's time for a new article.
So
No,
shark
I
wins.
like this argument though.
Shark wins.
Shark
Three-
wins.
three to
Shark
2.
wins.
No,
Wait,
it
Amy
doesn't.
is the
Oh
deciding
my
factor.
God.
Amy, who wins?
No, she's a tying or a deciding factor.
Hold on a second. Let me.
You've already given your argument, Amy.
I gave you
we
my
need to
argument,
move on.
but
I
you
have to
are.
pick who wins.
You have to pick.
You are.
You have to pick.
Oh my god. The gorilla wins. The shark.
All right, everyone, shut up. Amy, what's your verdict?
Divine.
I'm gonna pick the gorilla.
Yes.
No, what?
You solved-
Okay, you
solved
never
an
decide for
8-year-long
me.
problem.
She can think. She
You
can
just
think
can't
about the
ask somebody to
situation.
tie break an argument.
Well,
No, I was
no.
thinking the gorilla the whole time.
In order to segue,
Oh,
we
you
well.
have
guys were
to.
talking at
It's
the
So-
same time.
It's 3-2, and that's gonna be 3-3.
No, but
So-
Amy gets 2 votes.
End of discussion. The gorilla wins.
I'm sorry.
No.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. The gorilla wins against
I'm
a flying
sorry.
fucking shark. A great
Yeah,
white.
Why are
It's
this
obvious
dude
that
was
it wins.
flying? He was flying through the air. This
It's
is no
ob-
ordinary.
okay.
Do you
shark.
know
But
what?
the
God, you just keep
the
talking.
gorilla- No,
you just
no.
keep talking. You won't let other people talk.
I'm letting you talk right now.
All right,
Go
Zeb, we
ahead.
need to move on.
Do you know how big great white sharks are?
compared to
Yes.
silverbacks.
Yes.
Do you know how powerful gorillas are?
Do you know how fucking powerful sharks are?
Yeah, with one thing.
The one thing that just is designed to tear chunks out of
Yeah,
everything.
the gorilla.
You're
sees
forgetting
the
that
shark
the
coming. He's just
gorilla-
like, "Fuck this shark," and he jumps out of the way, and punches it in the face.
You're forgetting that the gorilla can
And then he
bite
fucks the
and
dead
punch
corpse.
Well,
and
and they're
kick.
intellectual thinkers.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
The shark can only
no,
bite.
I
don't think
the gorilla can
strategy-
punch. The gorilla can grapple. The gorilla can beat the shit out of something. It can, and the gorilla can
Double
bite
hook
the shit
shot.
out of something else too. The gorilla has
Ba, ba,
fangs.
ba, ba.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna read a list of topics. You guys can pick which one we want to talk about.
All right.
Stabbing.
Yes.
No. Let me read them
Multiple
all.
stab
Kroger chicken. Plastic bags.
I've dealt a lot with Kroger chicken, so I'm interested.
I think
Let me finish. Plastic bags. Flying spaghetti monster offensive. Crack pipes. Canadian beers, and Stephen King.
I'm going Canadian beers or
Canadian
chicken
beers.
Kroger.
I like Stephen King.
Canadian beers.
I don't like Stephen King. I
Why?
like
we have two
he's
Canadian
written
beers.
he's written too many books, for one thing.
All right.
He's,
All right,
he does
so
too
what's-
much
What
of
do you
his
vote
job.
for?
I vote for
It's a Beerdcast.
Beerd.
All right, let's do
we're-
Kroger chicken. Go.
Can we just read the head-
I vote for
God damn it, Matt.
Kroger
God
meat.
damn it.
You hate
We're going
Stephen
to
King
Kroger
because he
chicken.
does his job.
What is the headline? Can you just give me that?
Yeah, it's loading. Kroger sued for not telling simple truth on chicken labels.
Not real chicken.
What is this?
I'm not.
So-
as- I don't
I'm
care
nervous
anymore.
about that.
No, Kroger sells
I don't care.
chicken that the name of the chicken is called Simple Truth, and
It's the prepackaged.
it's like the chickens aren't
Yeah.
caged, they're free range kind of thing. You
We
know,
know
the
this.
humane thing. And people are pissed because it is absolutely no different than their regular chicken,
Yeah, that's.
but it's just marked up higher.
yeah, that's.
And it's just because Kroger's standard is basically what the Simple Truth chicken actually is. It's not as humane as people think, and someone's suing them because they're butthurt about it.
Wait, they're suing them?
Yeah, they're getting sued because
This is so dumb.
they say that it's what is it when you
False
say-
advertising
right,
or something?
false
That's
advertising.
stupid.
When it's really not. It's just incorrect presumptions of people.
Yeah.
They think that the regular chicken are all stuffed in cages because that's what we've seen before. So that's what they expect. So when you tell someone that they're cage free and open range and grain fed or whatever, people will pay more for it, and they're mad because it's the same product.
Yeah.
No, all right.
That's just bullshit.
I don't know.
That sounds.
I thought it was gonna be. Yeah, I thought it was gonna be something different.
I was hoping it was about the rotisserie chicken.
I didn't.
That's what I
You know,
envisioned.
I think there is an
Yeah.
interesting topic with rotisserie chicken because
It's fucking
Giant
disgusting.
Giant Eagle's rotisserie chickens are disgusting, and Kroger's rotisserie chickens are not that bad. And I wonder why.
Because they're made with love. Do you know?
I honestly
delicately
wonder why.
I whispered in those chickens' ears as I shoved a spit up their dead buttholes. Like, I love you, buddy. You're gonna make a poor family happy.
Kevin
So
and
I know where Giant Eagle's rotisserie chickens come from.
The last time Kevin and I, we had but this wasn't rotisserie, this was like the fried chicken we got. I didn't realize every part of the chicken's body has a rib cage. But every time you'd start eating this chicken and you would get to a point where you just see like these thin, slender bones in the shape
So
of a
gross.
rib. Yeah. I think it was baby chicks that they just like deep fried.
I
for an all.
felt bad after.
Oh, yeah.
Not
I could
like
only eat
morally
like 4
and-
You
pieces.
guys
That's
didn't
how
even
bad
eat
it
half
was.
of it.
Yeah, morally.
It was
and
gross.
You threw it away.
Yeah, it was gross.
But that,
Neither
or
of you.
Fat Francis on YouTube where he eats those chickens.
Oh.
I felt like him.
Oh,
And I was just like, I don't.
but
no.
he ate it.
That wasn't Francis.
Somebody
no,
posted.
yeah,
something-
It
that's
was
that was
someone
someone
else. Yeah,
else.
Francis has
The
too much.
canned chicken?
That guy actually
Are you talking about
has
the canned
too much
chicken?
respect for himself
Yeah,
to do that.
Here's the
That
I'm so
was-
glad you found the article
yeah.
for this. Great article coming up.
Okay, so this wasn't only in Sochi, but it was brought to attention in Sochi because of the Olympics. Molson, the beer manufacturer, put up a refrigerator. It wasn't even a vending machine, really, where Canadians could scan their passport to open up the fridge and get, I'm assuming it was free beer. I'm not sure if it was free, but I'm assuming it is based on how it actually looks. And it wasn't just in Sochi. There's multiple ones all around the world. And you scan your passport and get a free beer.
Goes to show you that not only does Molson have a sense of humor, because come on, most of the only Canadians drink that. Badass. Well done.
Yeah,
Dude,
Good
it's
on-
awesome.
Yeah, good
I
on
mean,
them.
Molson's disgusting.
I don't
I'll
like
drink
Molson.
a free Molson.
I don't
That was
I
my
don't
first
mind
beer that I
Molson.
really kind of got into was actually Molson. Mostly
I like-
because I was Canadian and I'm like, I gotta at least get this down pat. And then
As
I can
far
move
as
on to...
as far as light beers go, I think Molson's pretty good.
Granted,
Actually.
I'm drinking Sam Adams, so you can't go much more patriotic than...
Molson Triple X is one of the first beers that actually got me extremely drunk.
See?
There you
Good
go.
job.
We know that.
Triple X.
All right then.
Nah,
Must be a good beer.
So
Really potent.
so Canada good at blowjobs and free beer apparently.
Now we
Prison
know,
bitches
thanks to
and-
Kevin.
yeah.
We know.
Now there's a real vending machine.
This is a good idea.
What?
Oh,
Bring this
God.
up. This is a really good idea.
Do you know which one I'm going into?
The crack
I
pipes?
think
Yeah.
I know. Yep.
There's a vending machine that in Vancouver that sells
Canada.
crack pipes.
Just saying Canada again.
What?
Why are we still in Ohio? Or not Ohio?
Why do
Oregon?
you not want people to know we're in
I feel
Ohio?
like as soon as they find out we're in Ohio, murder.
And the vending
Okay.
machine is decorated in polka dots. And they're 25 cents for a crack pipe.
That's not a bad price.
It's very appealing.
I mean, there's already needle.
What do they
exchange.
advertise them as?
That's got to be low quality crack pipe though. At
They don't
25 cents.
say crack pipes. They say something else, right?
Is that
They
what I
probably-
held up in high school?
Pipes.
Not a no.
I mean, they
I
just
was
say-
not a crackhead in high school. Oh,
Well, there's nothing wrong with advertising
No, this is
pipes.
a little bit. Not much.
These are specific crack pipes, though.
Yeah, but they're not crack pipes. They're pipes.
I think.
No, they're meant for crack users
They're-
because of the...
I mean, Rob Ford made it popular, so
Well, it's the same thing with
brought it to the foreground.
water
into
beds
the
and
mainstream.
stuff selling water pipes and calling
no,
them
it's not the
pipe.
same because those.
Water pipes are not. Nobody smokes tobacco out of those. Nobody does.
Okay. Originally, I was going to
I did
disagree
it
with you.
one time.
Smoke tobacco out of it?
Yeah.
That's gross.
It was, yeah.
It's probably
It's
disgusting.
not very good. I felt
But I
really
mean,
sick
a crack
afterward.
pipe made for crack.
I've never smoked crack though.
Yeah, but
I
a,
don't
a
think
bong
you
is not made
it
for
could be-
smoking tobacco.
Could be any type of pipe. There was a quote that says the intense heat and repeated usage that comes with crack addiction can quickly wear down pipes to jagged nubs. This helps proliferate the spread of hepatitis C and HIV. And I originally thought that was a real quote from someone, but that came from Vice. And Vice is like the opposite of Fox, where they take everything out of context, except on...
I think that's okay. We have needle exchanges.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
No, the use of it,
I think that's fine. That I mean, you're gonna do crack. Like, it's not like you're like, oh, this crack pipe's dirty. I should probably not smoke the crack out of it. You're gonna smoke the crack out of whatever crack pipe you have. 25 cents is a clean one. At least there's that.
I mean, colleges do free condoms
I
for
w-
the same
I-
reason. like
okay, but-
prevent diseases.
I would say make it. No, I don't know. I mean, I would say as long as some of those like the proceeds goes towards
Rehabilitation.
rehab and stuff. Then
well,
I'm totally.
they're
yeah.
so cheap. I have
fine
a
with that.
feeling they're at cost.
That's why I'm saying make it like 50 cents and put like 25 cents
Okay,
towards
I
rehab.
see.
That's what I was gonna say.
Well-
50 cents, you kind of cutting in on the crack.
You know, I'll take a chance at Hep B. Whatever Hep it is.
I figure a lot of people would be like, well, I already have the Hep B. The 25 cents is going to crack.
You know.
You probably buy a rock of crack. What, it's $10? John?
Allegedly.
John, on record, how much is crack?
That's funny though, considering all the Rob Ford things that were going on. But he's just from Toronto, right?
Yeah, he's
They're like
Toronto.
completely separate.
I mean, I imagine Vancouver and Toronto are not the same place.
Wait, in the same way that like Iowa and California aren't the same place.
No,
Ours-
that has not
much
been
farther.
proven.
I do. I am totally guilty, and I think most people are. Of like, when I think of Canada, I think of like you have like French Canada, and then the rest of Canada, which is the exact same place, but
Just
then
forests.
just forests.
Yeah.
But then you think of like U.S. and obviously you know the difference. I forget the term for it, but I honestly think of like you have Canada, and then you have this small section of like French Canadians,
And everyone hates that.
and
group.
everyone hates them.
They're like the American South, basically.
Yeah, they try to succeed every year, and everyone just goes, no.
Well,
Even their own citizens are like,
Yeah.
no,
Dude, you won't.
come on.
wasn't
They're
the last
Tea Party of,
Wasn't the last report there was like 18 states willing to secede? From like
From the
Texas to
states?
California to
I think it was more around 12 or something. But
oh, okay.
yeah,
But yeah, there was actually more
right,
than
a
you would
lot.
think. Yeah.
Yeah.
And not all from the South. Like my first instinct is, oh, every Southern state wants to secede because they have for like hundreds of years.
Yeah, but California barely counts as a thinking state.
What about Texas?
Bunch of highs.
Well,
and
obviously,
queers.
no one gives a shit about Texas. Texas can be its own country because Texas already thinks it's its own country.
They do.
Texas wants to secede too. every
Like
year.
Texas already thinks it's succeeded.
They do. Don't they actually? I think Texas puts their the Lone Star flag above the United
Yeah.
States flag.
balls.
Texas is really in love with itself.
It is.
So
You
only
ever
two
been to
things-
Texas?
Texas.
No,
Texas is like that drunk girl at the bar who like you
really
go.
fat drunk girl.
Oh yeah, totally fat, and she like
America.
yeah, she has that like revolver like in the back of her pants, but it's like really just right up her asshole, and she's totally fine with it. But then you go up and you talk to her, and all she's just like flashing her titties to everyone. You're like, I've seen those titties.
I've never seen a girl in a bar like that.
I'd like to see her.
Go to a Texas bar and you'll see it.
I've been to Texas, and there's...
I'm pretty sure you're not legally allowed to carry a revolver in the back seat of your pants. Like,
except in Texas.
Texas is...
I don't know. Banana got arrested for it.
It's an AK-47.
No, but the thing is, in the article, I don't know if I think they were saying, like, it's not against... Like, you can go... Like, you can have a gun out in the open. You cannot get arrested for that.
That Banana...
Yeah, so...
The reason he was arrested was because he was soliciting on the side of a road.
Yeah, in a no soliciting zone.
Right.
But the thing is, what you're like, it's actually illegal to have a gun that's not in plain view. That's where they can get you. If you have the concealed part. If you have a gun in plain view, they cannot arrest you for it. If you're on private property, obviously you can get kicked out.
So they just like arrest you for like inciting panic. Is that the idea? I mean, if
they try and do that, then you're gonna have like the NRA and everyone else on your side saying this is bullshit.
If I have a gun and I'm walking down in a street,
if it's
holstered, okay,
right? Because if you're waving it around, sure, but just if you have it holstered or it's on your back or something, because there's like a lot of people that will go to the mall with a rifle strapped to their back, and they call the police.
Texas.
They call.
Texas.
No, this is everywhere.
This is everywhere. They call the malls ahead of time to let them know that they're coming, and the malls are completely fine with it. And but it's the point where you start waving around the gun is when
a lot of them.
That's not true though.
That is, I talked to a cop.
I have a CCW. I've gone through all the laws. I know you can't do that unless there is a gun show around the mall.
You can have a gun if it's not the concealed part will get you. You can have a gun out in the open. They cannot. You could go right now. You could like walk along the street with a gun, and a lot of people do this because they want the police to stop them because they know the laws and they know that they cannot be indicted on any charges.
They want to be
you can't go
loud about it.
You can't go in like the mall nearby here because they have a sign that says no weapons.
Yeah.
That's not allowed.
Yeah.
But if an establishment does not have those signs clearly stated or clearly shown, then you are allowed to do that, and that's what these people are doing. They're going into these areas.
Yep. I mean, and it's
people make jokes about those signs way too much.
Yeah.
Where I work, they're like, "Well, I guess I just can't carry my gun in here, huh?" It's like, maybe you shouldn't joke about carrying your gun in here, buddy.
Yeah,
that's kind of not smart.
Yeah.
Are they like customers?
Maybe we shouldn't even talk about that.
Yeah.
If your ultimate goal is to protect yourself, you shouldn't announce what you have on you.
Though, how in our job, since
we work in retail,
we work in customer service.
Customer service, retail.
Think about if you were a TSA agent, right? You give zero fucks about anything that these people have to say. Think about some of the shit that they have to go what they listen to on a daily basis. Like, oh yeah, I'm strapped up with bombs. I'm sure they get that on a daily basis.
Constantly.
Yeah.
Because no one knows when to not say their funny thing they're thinking.
Right.
This is a really funny thing in my head. I'm going to totally brighten this TSA agent's day. They've never heard this one before.
No.
It's just...
I swear I'm not Osama bin Laden. Well, guess what? You're going to get searched more. We're going to for sure make sure of that.
Yeah, we're checking that butthole.
We know Osama's butthole when we see it.
Alright, do you guys want to move on to the next article?
Show us the pictures, Obama.
Let's see. We still have...
They got at least one picture of Osama's butthole.
At least somewhere out there.
Yeah, at least one. I mean, they got an autopsy. 34. So yeah.
Is it bleached?
It's probably not. It's probably like.
Oh, I gotta imagine that was a pretty crusty butthole.
Yeah.
I don't
Mountain living it good on the old.
I don't think
butthole.
Sharman goes to Iraq.
Man, I think we covered just about everything. We have Flying Spaghetti Monster Offensive and Stephen King left.
We got 9 minutes left. Flying Spaghetti Monster's dumb. I'm gonna say that much.
Why?
Because it's just troll baiting.
What about
basically.
that one that I sent you on Facebook? About
Which one? You sent me like 5.
The young man who was all dressed in 49ers gear.
I didn't understand that one.
Okay.
It had to do with sports.
I read it completely 3 times, and I was like, I don't know why this even made like a news article.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So
It was just the other team that was in the Super Bowl, right?
yeah. Well, okay. Here's the thing. Okay, it was the 49ers. They were celebrating that they had won the Super Bowl. All right. And this one guy.
Wait, the
no. Okay, the Seahawks.
I was gonna say I
Seahawks.
don't watch football,
I am so drunk.
but I'm pretty sure the San Francisco 49ers were not in it.
Okay, I'm so sorry. I'm
Just
so
go,
drunk.
go
Okay.
on. It's fine.
The Seahawks won, but they were having a parade, and this young man, who is 15 years old,
This
came.
nice young man.
He came to the parade, completely decked out in 49ers gear, completely from head to toe.
Well, that was dumb.
All right, and this lady who is a complete higher up for the 49ers recognized this young man and
Just upstanding young man.
decided that she wanted to give him tickets to the next 49ers and Seahawks game.
Wait, weren't the Broncos the ones in the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Broncos
they didn't
and
win.
Seahawks.
The Seahawks won.
Right.
Yeah,
49ers had
parade.
nothing to do with the
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
The 49ers lost to the Seahawks in the game before
Okay.
the Super Bowl.
Like, this
Okay.
guy just decided,
He
my
came
wardrobe
and-
full of
Let me
49ers
explain
clothes.
why.
We
Let
wanted
me
attention,
explain.
that's why.
No, this young man is homeless.
This upstanding young man.
This young man is homeless. And that's what he came in. And she saw him and didn't know that he was homeless at the time.
Oh. Just thought he was making a fashion
And
statement.
so-
Let me just say real fast, sorry Amy, but all NFL gear is extremely expensive, and this homeless man, quote unquote, had to have stolen this merchandise.
He's been in and out.
Wow, that's
He
a
has-
total awful assumption that you just made. No one in the history of ever has donated 49ers clothes. No one that has decided
He was
I
decked
pro-
out in 49ers clothes. May I remind you?
That was the way Amy described it. Cool. I mean, that was
From
pretty
No,
the
he was.
pictures,
He was all in 49ers.
He had a
gear,
little
yeah.
hat on. He had like a
Yep.
jersey.
He
and
had the
everything.
little hat. He had the jersey.
So obviously he stole it.
He probably killed someone too, huh?
Right. And he probably got a 25-cent crack pipe.
And he
Anyways,
voted
alright.
for George W. Bush.
So the Seahawks higher up lady,
Even when it was Mitt Romney
Saw
versus
him.
Obama.
and it was like,
Oh, I'm
no,
talking
wait,
about
no,
years
no,
ago.
not Seahawks.
He wasn't old
49ers.
enough to vote, but he stole that
Guys,
vote.
okay, this 49ers lady, she's like a higher up, and she was like, oh.
She gave him tickets to the...
Yeah, she saw him.
next
She's like,
one.
alright, I'm gonna give you tickets, alright? So the next time that the 49ers and the Seahawks play, I'm gonna give you tickets, alright?
Okay.
Well, at that time, she did not realize
That he was
homeless.
Okay.
So now there's this huge fund in his name, and they're working to get him foster parents.
It was like $30,000.
Huge!
For him,
All right.
yeah, that's
Wait.
huge.
So he
Hey,
has
that's huge for me.
Wait a minute. He has $30,000. We should send him death threats because he can handle it.
Yeah. He got $30,000 in a day.
I just think it's like a heartwarming.
Fuck you,
article.
49ers suck.
That's what we have to deal with.
What about the lady?
What's the front page on Reddit? Zimmer?
What about the lady that she stabbed her fiance because like
Yeah, that was another one. We
The
just
lady
didn't get
stabbed her
to.
fiance because he wouldn't drive her to the liquor store. That's totally legitimate and justified.
Absolutely.
What's
Yeah.
the front page on Reddit? It's
What?
a cat.
See that picture for longer.
It's a
Well,
cat.
it was just a cat.
I know. I just want to gaze at it.
All right,
Zimmer, what's the
So-
front page on Reddit?
it's a cat.
we're coming to an end tonight
Aw,
for
that's
this
so quick.
episode of the Beardcast.
It's been a fucking bad episode.
I don't think so.
We really got to tighten things up here, Matt.
Yeah, well, if
We're
you want to
I
keep
think
no,
that
I
was
think it was.
great.
I think it was fine.
We're going
Yeah.
live next
I
week.
agree with you. I
All right,
So
well, no,
that
let's
was
just continue on with this.
I feel bad about that.
So,
Yeah, you should, because
should.
Matt's a really nice person.
guys, this is not the time.
What? Matt's a really great guy.
Great cry.
Well,
Shut up.
it's obvious that Curry doesn't accept my presence here.
Yeah, you're a good cry.
Shut up! Gosh darn it. I'm gonna throw something at you.
Zimmer,
Oh, Jesus.
what's the front page on Reddit? It's a cat.
All right, so
You didn't sing it.
Podcast over.
well, I'm glad our first edit for the night is gonna have to be way at the end. That's for the last 5 minutes even not 5 minutes, 45
Did
seconds.
I say cry?
That's a pretty big improvement. All right, so I'm gonna resume after the edit. So as we close out tonight's episode of the Beerdcast, we're going to start a new segment that hopefully will end with every episode, which we go to Reddit and we talk about the top post.
What's the top post on Reddit? It's a cat.
There's our jingle. And surprisingly enough, it's a cat. This cat is in it looks like a faux fur inlined hoodie. It's a white cat.
Awesome.
It's hanging out the window of a car, just, like a dog would, except it has a hoodie on.
It has heterochromia of the irises.
Which means
Shut up.
it has 2 different colored eyes. And this cat is just looking at the camera. Nothing special's going on. But
What is the title of the post?
the title of the post is "My cat is always so anxious for his daily car rides." No,
God.
space explanation point.
God damn it.
Well, I want to go through Reddit until we find something that's not a cat. So
Okay,
let's-
but as far as top posts, so far we're 1 for 1 with cats.
yeah. Okay, so the second post.
It's about my ex-girlfriend.
The second post, top second post. I too can make my cat look gigantic. And it's just this guy who is just holding out his cat with his arms extended, but you can't see his arms, so it makes the cat look big. So there must have been something where everyone was posting giant cats. So we're two for 0 about cats.
Come on.
Never
Reddit.
have I just rebounded. Like, Reddit's awesome. Reddit's
Third one.
fucking
Holy
terrible.
shit, is this depressing? Alright. Well, it's not a cat, but it is depressing.
What is it?
I don't want to end on this note.
Well, don't end on it. Just tell us what it is.
It regards suicide. I don't want to do that. So,
Did a cat kill itself?
someone's cousin. So, alright, let's go to the
Someone's
fourth one.
cat was
Wow,
his
Reddit
cousin?
Reddit is a...
I can just cut this part.
Why?
We're going to cats and suicide.
That's Reddit.
Well,
Yeah, that's
true.
something.
All right.
It's look at my cat, kill me.
I want to end Reddit on a funny... Or I want to end this podcast on something funny from Reddit. So the fourth top post.
So we'll be here for a while.
Alright, well, this isn't a cat.
Aw, that's adorable.
This count. We'll end on this note. The aquarium near me posted this today, and when he first opened it, it's a picture of I think it's a seal.
baby seal.
Is it a baby?
It was-
How do you know if it's
we'll
a
just call
baby
it
seal?
seal.
It hasn't evolved yet.
But since it's Valentine's
It's
Day,
a dugong.
since it's Valentine's Day, there is a Russell Stover, one of those candy heart things, except it's filled with fish. So that's cute.
Reddit sucks.
I hate this segment already.
Yep. Wow. See, it would have been funnier if we just stuck with the
Can I
first
watch
one.
that? Can I-
Yeah,
that picture.
yeah.
That's
Just
really
stick with the
eye-watering.
first one. Say it's a cat.
I guess we're just gonna
That's a
stick with the
segment.
first. So we're just gonna end it on Kevin the Canadian really
I
loves
really like
this picture.
What's the front page? Brett.
All right,
Schmicky schmack.
Funny cry.
all right.
Funny
Well,
gry.
we're gonna end tonight's podcast. Thank
You're a
you
good
for
gry,
listening.
buddy.
Thank you for listening to the Beerdcast.
All right, all the guys out there, just go suck a dick for us and come. Let us know how
Match
good you
that-
are.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Email
leave-
me.
Write in how
Numbers.
mediocre you could be at it so you
Yeah.
could finish, but it's not great.
Try it. Everyone should try one thing.
Like, it's okay, but you're just kind of left disappointed.
Unless you're that special someone who's really good at it.
Just
It's a cat.
Done.
All right. Thank you for listening. My name is Zimmer,
Kevin.
Curry.
Amy.
John.
and our guest.
Special guest, Matt.
All right. Thank you and good night.
We're sorry Danny couldn't be here.